Assalamu alaikum. Hi, my dear students. How are you all? I hope you are safe at home and doing great. Last class, what we have studied, what lesson? That is second lesson we have started. What is the name of the lesson? The name of the lesson is Homesickness, written by Roald Dahl. Okay, Homesickness, written by Roald Dahl. So it's a very interesting story. Okay, what is the story? So the writer, when the writer remembers his childhood days. Okay, when he was in boarding school, the writer remembers his childhood days when he was in the boarding school, how much he was suffered from homesickness. What do you mean by homesickness? I told you, no, homesickness is the experiencing a longing for one's home during a period of absence. Suppose you are in your relation house, there is no you are in alone, your father and mother in somewhere places. Okay, that how would you feel? That is homesickness, the absence of your parents, we call it as a homesickness. And then suppose you are in a boarding school. Okay, 1 year you want to be in the boarding school. After the in the vacation time only you can meet your parents. That time also you felt very lonely, that we called it as a homesickness. So these writer also feeling the same thoughts of what homesickness. Okay, so in the beginning what we have seen, so they are comparing about the seasickness and homesickness. Seasickness also same. Seasickness means when you are traveling in the boat, it's full of water. Sometimes some persons they feel very very terrible, very frightened, so they have to come out from the ship. That is seasickness. Okay, so the author is telling about the seasickness also, but both are curable. We can cure. Okay, we can give the treatment for this homesickness and seasickness. When you are nearby your parents, the homesickness will go away. Seasickness will go away when you are near the port. Okay, when you are coming out of the boat, you will be released from the seasickness. Okay, so they are telling about the difference between homesickness and seasickness. And then what we have seen, so this boy was in the boarding school, so he want to see his parents. Okay, he want to see his parents, so he was acting like as if he has the disease appendicitis. Okay, so he want to see his parents, so he was acting as if he have the disease appendicitis, but really the boy didn't have that disease. So how he knew that disease, how he knew about the disease is, he saw his cousin. Okay, she was suffering from this same disease appendicitis, so he was in his cousin home. So what are the feeling he has? She kept being sick and refused to eat. She is not eating anything and running the temperature. So these are the things the boy was observing from the cousin. Okay, and then what happened? She is undergoing a operation. Okay, that cousin was his relation was undergone a operation, appendicitis operation. Okay, but she is not going to the hospital. Okay, she was not going to the hospital. The doctor was coming with the instrument and everything and giving the treatment for the girl. Okay, so they are the description how they are outside the house there is a corridor is there. So on the table they are doing that all the things, and there is no nurse, doctor only. And then what are the discussion is going, all was here heard by this little boy. Okay, up to that we have seen. And then what is that, there is a conversation between the nanny and this little boy. Nanny means grandmother. So the little boy has so many doubts. He was asking why this appendicitis is coming. Okay, what the reason, he was asking to the grandmother. But the grandmother really didn't know the answer, but she was giving some other answer. Okay, what is that, what she was telling, if you using the old brush that bristles, no, if you using the old brush, you know how the brush is there. Okay, so here we have the toothbrush, we have that bristle, that is okay. So so if the toothbrush is very old, the bristle sometimes when we are brushing our teeth, it will goes inside our stomach and it will form as a appendicitis. The grandmother was telling, but it's not true, but she is telling this type of answer to the little boy. And then what happened, so here honestly nanny, so the boy was answering, honestly nanny, I cried, is that honestly true? So the boy was asking to the grandmother, it is true. Okay, and then what happened, on the time, so now in the boarding school, one matron is coming. I told you, know what do you mean by matron? Matron means a female nurse. Okay, matron means yeah, female nurse. Okay, so she was came in the boarding school to see that little boy. So he was suffering from some disease. So the matron was coming and looking at the boy. And then what happened? I entered the room clutching my stomach on the right hand side and staggering pathetically. Staggering pathetically, I told you, what is that? Walking slowly. If you have any disease, can you walk very fast? You cannot do, no. The same way this boy also walking. Staggering means walking or moving unsteadily. Okay, unsteadily with difficulty, because he was acting as if he has the disease. And then what happened? So now the matron is asking, nurse is asking, what's the matter with you? He is asking with the little boy. And so the boy was replying, it hurts, I have pain. The boy was replying. So now the matron was telling, you've been overeating. So the nurse was asking, you've been overeating? Who is asking? The nurse is she in an angry way she was asking to the little boy. What do you expect if you guzzle currant cake all day long? Guzzle means quickly eat something in large amount. Okay, quickly eating something large amount. Okay, large portion we are eating quickly, no, that is guzzle. So the nurse is asking, do you expect if you guzzle currant cake all day long? Are you eating the cake all day long? The nurse is asking. I haven't eaten a thing for days, I lied. So the little boy was giving them what? I haven't eaten, I didn't eat that. Okay, but he was lying. I couldn't eat, matron. I simply couldn't. So the boy was telling, I couldn't eat anything. Okay, the boy was replying to the nurse. Get on the bed and lower your trousers, she ordered. So she is a nurse. She was ordering the child to what is that? She want to see where is the pain. Okay, so she is asking, lower your trousers. I want to see you. Where is the pain? Lay on the bed. So the nurse is telling, lay on the bed. She began protruding my tummy violently with her fingers. So, usually when we are going to the hospital or anywhere, if we have any disease, they will observe us, okay? They will touch us. Where is the pain? So, in the same way, this nurse was, what she was doing, where is the swelling part? So, she was touching with her finger very violently, very fastly. The nurse was touching. Where is the pain? I was watching her carefully. So the boy was telling, I was watching her carefully. When she hit what I guessed was the appendix place, I let out a yelp that rattled the window panes. Oh, I cried out. So when she touches the portion, what help means what? A sudden cry of pain. Help means a sudden cry of pain. Okay, if you have a sudden pain, how will you cry? How will you shout? The same way this boy was shouting. Okay, I cried out, don't matron, do. So don't touch me in a rough way. So the boy was asking the nurse. Then I slipped in the clincher, a fad that settles a matter conclusively. I have been sick all morning, I moaned. So the little boy was telling to the nurse, I was sick. Okay, I was sick from the morning. Okay, from the morning I was sick. Now there is nothing left to be sick with, but still I feel sick. But I feel sick only. Okay, the boy was telling to the nurse. This was the right move. I saw her hesitate. Stay where you are. So the nurse was giving instruction to the boy. Stay where you are. So don't move anywhere. Stay where you are, she said, and she walked quickly from the room. Okay, giving instruction to the boy, and she was away from the room. Okay, who? The nurse, matron. Okay. She may have been a foul and beastly woman, but she had a nurse training. She was behaving in a rough way only. She is not behaving in a soft way with the little boy. Okay, and then what happened? She completed her nurse training. Okay, she completed her nurse training, but she was behaving in a harsh way. She didn't want a ruptured appendix on her hands, so she didn't want to look at this type of serious patient. Within an hour, the doctor arrived, and he went through the same protruding and poking. I did not mind helping at what I thought were the proper times. So, again, who is coming? The doctor arrived. Okay. Before, the nurse was engaged with the little boy, and he was giving advice, don't want to move, stay here, and she was left the room. Again the doctor was arrived, and he went through the same protruding. Protruding means, what do you mean by protruding? Protruding means some swollen. Okay, if you have any hurt in some in the body part, you have one swollen means it's protrude. Okay, so the doctor was checking, is there any protruding? And poking means with his finger, he was touching with his finger, he was touching the boy. Okay, and then what I thought were the proper times, then they had put a thermometer in my mouth. So he was putting a thermometer in my mouth. Who? The doctor. He said, it reads normal. Let me feel your stomach once more. So, when he was keeping the thermometer, the temperature is normal. Okay. So, the doctor is telling it's normal only. So, but I will touch your stomach once again. Then I will find out if you have the appendicitis disease. Okay. And then, ouch, I screamed when he touched the vital spot. So, when the doctor was touching the vital important part in his stomach, he was screaming. Again, he was shouting. The boy was shouting. The doctor went away with the matron. The matron returned half an hour later and said, the headmaster has telephoned your mother. She is coming to fetch you this afternoon. So, the doctor went away with the matron. The nurse and the doctor went away from the room. The matron returned after an hour. She was again returned to the same room and said, the headmaster has telephoned. So the nurse was telling to his little boy, the headmaster, the boarding school headmaster has telephoned your mother. She is coming to fetch you this afternoon. So she is taking you to his house. Okay, to her house. You are going to her parents. Okay, so the nurse telling to the boy, the headmaster has telephoned to your mother. The mother is now going to come and take you. Okay, so we have completed page number 19, not fully completed. One more pages is there. We will inshallah we will complete this lesson in next class. Okay, so please read the text. Text reading is very very important. See the video one or not one time. You have to see the video 2 times at least. Okay, what are the words we are how we are pronouncing the word, very very important. Please read the text. You have enough time at home. Utilize the time. Don't waste your time. Don't be lazy. Be active. Okay. So until then, take care. I will meet you in next class. Okay. Assalamu alaikum. Thank you.